Hello, welcome back to the channel, and today we'll be doing some Pistons coverage. I don't have a Pistons shirt on, but I'll try to get it on for the next video. I'm looking at the three main prospects the Pistons are going to be picking here. At number 5, Cam Whitmore, Trace Walker, Taylor Hendricks. This is my opinion. I think it makes the most sense. I mean, this team needs a wing desperately, and these three guys are all wings in different variations. Cam Whitmore here is more closer to a shooting guard, potentially. Trace Walker is more of a power forward, Taylor Hendricks as well. Eamon Thompson, I might get to him depending on if there's some more coverage coming out, because everyone thinks that he's pretty much a lock to go number 4. So it'd be kind of a waste of my time. But, you guys also can figure it out, and I can use it to post underneath when he gets drafted. So as for Cam Whitmore, right, I'm a Villanova fan as well. My mother went there, and my godmother as well. Shout out Aunt Jill and my mother. You guys are great. But Cam Whitmore, he was a 5-star recruit, I believe, coming out of Archbishop Spalding in Maryland, like the Annapolis region. He's one of the youngest prospects in the draft. He's only 18 years old. He was born, July 8th, 2004, which makes me feel unbelievably old, being born in 2000. But yeah, so he's almost 19. He'll be 18 when he's drafted, though, which is crazy. He's a 6'7", 230 small forward at the time of recording, because he can get taller, get smaller. And that's part of the thing. That's one of the best things you can talk about here is his ability to be young. I guess I don't know if that's a good way to phrase it, but he's young, right? So he can still put on weight, he can cut weight, he can get taller, potentially. And that's really important because, if he turns into a 6'9" guy, you're like, whoa, here we go. This is he could go up a few spots purely on that. As for everything else, I think he's one of the more, again, NBA-ready guys, coming in young and aggressive. How does he fit on the Pistons? Now, one of the best things about him is his slashing ability. He can slash the basket super well. This website has a player comparison of him as Jay Crowder, Caron Butler. I would say more right now, kind of like a Anthony Edwards type athlete, but like Miles Bridges type body, if that makes more sense. So like a Miles Bridges type, right? He can score and shoot if he needs to. That develops, but he's a real elite slasher. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see this kid in the dunk contest, or at least lighting up the rookie. What's it called? What's the young kids game? Is it Rising Stars? There you go, Rising Stars challenge. Lighten that up. But he's one of the most athletic guys, big wing. And again, he can play the 2, he can play the 3, he can play the 4. Would he be an undersized 4? Yes. Would he be an oversized 2? Yes. But, he's more of a 3. Watching him, he won't be the best shooter, but if you pair him with Bojan, Bojan can obviously catch and shoot, and he can play off the dribble and stuff like that. And Cam Whitmore will be the guy that will be cutting to the basket. I mean, his backdoor cuts, all this stuff is unbelievable. And I think that his slashing ability is gonna be crazy. Like with Cade dribbling, kick. Usually, Cade's been a bit of a dribble and kick guy at the end. Also, he can take it on his own clearly, but having an option that can shoot and also slash is super good. Like Jeremy Grant can slash a bit, but he was more of a shooter type. Same with Bogdanovich, but Whitmore will give you that option where he can slash the basket. I mean, if you want to do him a kind of a pick and roll sort of thing, maybe not, but he's more of a guy that he can get to the basket and finish in unbelievable fashion. I think he's probably the best guy to look at. Additionally, he's a super young guy, right? And that ability to be able to mold him into what you want, more specifically, I think is one of the best things about his game. And, if you pair him with a coach, obviously, like Monty Williams, who's one of the better young developing guys, he took a guy like Cam Johnson and turned him elite. Cam Johnson came in the league pretty old. I think he was 21, 22. So the fact that he's that young, it's great. Looking at some of the other things here, he's got a pretty good shooting ability as well. People think that he can learn to shoot a bit better, but I think he's probably the second best small forward in the class. Obviously, Brandon Miller is way better at shooting, but Cam Whitmore is so much more of an athletic guy. When you look at Miller, he's small, he's older, a little bit slower, but Cam Whitmore being 19, I'm trying to think of any other 18-year-olds in the draft. G.G. Jackson from South Carolina, who reclassified. So not only did Cam Whitmore have a pretty good season at Villanova, all things considered. He was injured to start the season, but he's fine now. He's got pretty good hands. He's had he averaged 2 steals in the Big East, which is pretty good. So his steals and stuff like that, his defense is another thing that we can work on. Now, he's not the defender that Jarace Walker is or even Taylor Hendricks is, but you got to remember those guys played in the American Conference as opposed to the Big East. So, because I'm looking at these stats here, and you look at the Thompson twins all have like high greens on Tankathon for their stats, and it's like, yeah, well, they played in the TikTok league. But I think Cam Whitmore, best available and best fit for the Pistons. So, that's super good. It's rare that you have both of them there. So, I would say if you're at pick 5 still, come draft night, he's your guy. I really hope that's the case, not only as a half Villanova fan, but as a Piston fan who's super excited and would love to get another athletic slashing wing. He's got better shooting. Now, I know I always say the same thing, like with a guy like Jarace Walker too. Like the number one thing they go is he's got shooting potential. Cam Whitmore actually can shoot, right? And because shooting potential athletic wings, you're like, oh, that's Sekou Doumbouya, that's Stanley Johnson. We're screwed. This is different. He's much better of a shooter, but he doesn't need to shoot to score, unlike the rest of these guys. So I like it a lot. I think he's going to be a great fit, and super excited to see what the Pistons do at 5. Let me know down below what you think, and I'll have some highlights after this. I'll cut them up and find the best ones and put it in a nice video. So thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Go Pistons. Peace.
Whitmore, a step-back tray. Big time.
Good job.
And Whitmore, separation, 3 is good.
Nothing doing.
Whitmore, off the glass. Blocked away, got it back. And Whitmore goes up.
On target. Here we go.
There's one, and a step for Whitmore. Oh!
Whitmore got room. Hard to the basket. Wow!
Oh, that's
Whitmore soars. Slater feeds it to Whitmore. Whitmore saw seam. Oh! Aggressive take
here today.
Whitmore, hammer time. Look out. Whitmore, hammer time.
On the floor this season, they are plus 73.
Whitmore. It's Slater. It's Whitmore.
Top to the table.
Races through the defense. How about the body control? Man. Forget about body control in the first roll. How about...
And they really showed his power there.
Whitmore, quick hands, quick feet, off the glass. Daniels keeps his pivot foot. Whitmore, athletic under the basket, lays it in.
Defense.
Armstrong thought about it. Whitmore thought about it a couple of times, let it fly, and it's good. The arc. Archie Diacono up top to Whitmore, who was not in the act of shooting when the foul was called, but he was certainly in the act there.
We're seeing a star.
And Whitmore slices through the defense. How about the body control?
Nice little momentum defensive play.
Good feed. Whitmore with the finish. Whitmore. Oh!
Fifth turnover of the half of the Musketeers.
Leads to a Whitmore triple.
13 points. There he is with 5 on the timer.
Whitmore with the base. Slater feeds it to Whitmore.
Wrestle out the ball.
Nearly give it right back.
He did.
Whitmore behind the back. Euro down the lane.
Look, Daniels, the 2-lane transfer, finds Whitmore on the wing. And in some trouble, finds Whitmore with the clock winding down. He's going to have to do it on his own.
So, with him on the floor this season, they are plus 73.
Whitmore
on this end.
Whitmore, very aggressive.
Whitmore.
Hello.
He hasn't taken a lot of shots here today.
Whitmore.
Whitmore from downtown.
Whitmore, a step-back tray. Big time.
Whitmore got room. Hard to the basket.
Look out. Whitmore! Hammer time!
Cam Whitmore.
Well, because it hasn't been pretty.